It wasn't circled on a calendar, no countdown, no whispered rumors, just a random Tuesday, the kind that usually blends into the others. But then, like lightning cracking a sky that had been still for hours, it happened. Fearless. 1 second, life was humming along with its usual rhythm, and the next, everything turned technicolor. You weren't looking for it. You weren't even hoping anymore, not really. But it showed up anyway. This moment, wrapped in chaos and clarity all at once, was called fearless, like the universe had been saving a secret just for you, waiting until you weren't paying attention to drop it in your lap. Fearless. It felt like standing barefoot in a thunderstorm, soaked to the bone, but strangely alive. One half of your heart was racing ahead, fearless, spinning with the thrill of what just unfolded, while the other half held back, suspicious, cautious, still clutching old bruises. Fearless, you smiled without meaning to, but your fingers trembled. It was laughter laced with tears, joyed through disbelief. The world tilted just a little, and you weren't sure if you were flying or falling. It was the kind of moment where your past and future collide in the same breath, and you can't quite tell if it's a dream or a test. It's strange how the mind plays tricks, flashing old memories like postcards from a place you swore you'd never visit again. The surprise didn't just arrive. It echoed. It echoed in familiar laughter, in the way your hands reached for something you once had and lost. It brought back the soft ache of all the times you'd waited for someone to choose you, for something to finally make sense. There were glimpses of old songs, half-written letters, streetlights blinking over sidewalks you used to walk alone. And suddenly, it all felt connected, as if the past hadn't been wasted. Fearless, just patiently waiting for this very second to be rewritten. It unfolded like a scene you didn't know you were in. The kind where everything slows down just enough for you to notice the flicker of lights above, the creak of a door swinging open, the way the air shifts before something begins. It wasn't loud, but it was electric. A song changed mid-melody, skipping beats like a heart unsure of what comes next. The sky outside turned a shade bluer, like someone turned up the contrast on your life. Eyes locked across a crowded room. Time folded itself in half, and suddenly you were the main character in a film you hadn't auditioned for, you didn't plan for it. But somehow you were ready, fearless, not polished or rehearsed, just quietly prepared in a way only scars can teach. The moment didn't define you. It revealed you. All the nights you whispered strength into your own silence. All the times you stood back up when no one was watching. Fearless. They gathered in your chest like armor disguised as poetry. You weren't waiting to be saved anymore. You stood there with your chin lifted. Not because it didn't shake, but because you finally knew what it meant to shake and still stay standing. The surprise wasn't the event. It was you. So maybe the world doesn't always send a warning shot. Maybe the most unforgettable things arrive unannounced, dressed like ordinary days. But somewhere between the skipped heartbeat and the sudden clarity, you realize it wasn't chaos. It was choreography. All the missed calls, all the almosts, all the times you thought the story was over were just pages flipping to get here. Here, you are wide-eyed, windblown, a little undone, but completely alive. The total surprise wasn't just what happened. It was who you became when it did.